始めましょう。
始めましょう。Let's go.
はい、Let's go。今日はペドロス先生にたくさん質問をして、そのネイティブからの答えをたくさん聞きたいと思います。では、ペドロ先生、よろしいですか？
よろしくお願いします。皆さん、こんにちは。
じゃ
really looking forward to this. ごめんね。
Thank you very much. I'm also really looking forward to this. Okay, so the first question is I'll explain that in first in Japanese. あとザの感覚ですね。あとザは漢詩と言われて日本人にとってはすごく難しい部分ですよね。なのであとザはちょっとネイティブにとってはどんな感覚なのかっていうのを聞いていきたいんですけど、そう、ペドロさん、How do native speakers feel about using a and the? So do you ever make mistakes with them? Like even native speakers make mistakes or not? Or when we make mistakes, when Japanese, speakers, like when English learners make mistakes, and the, then how would you feel about that? So can you explain them in English?
Yeah, excellent question. So with these articles, a and the one that native speakers most often make mistakes with is So we usually would sometimes confuse a and un.
うん。
And a good rule of thumb for that is uh, you use a with nouns that start with a consonant, right? A house, a car, a dog, a bag. You use un with nouns that start with a vowel,
うん。
an apple, an eel, an ear. So believe it or not, even native speakers sometimes will say, a ear, a apple, but it's an apple, an ear. So that's one of the most common mistakes sometimes we make, native speakers. Um, but yeah, these articles are really important because if you don't use like the definitive article, right? Like uh, the definite article, excuse me. Um, it could sound like you're talking like a caveman, basically. Uh, like if you wanted to say the house is very beautiful, right? You just say house is very beautiful. You know what I mean? Like it's very you're not being specific, right? And even with the article a, right? Like if you say you want to say there's a dog outside, but if you just say there's dog outside,
うん。
it sounds a little bit rough.
うん。
So it's very important to remember to use these articles, a and the.
そうですね。ありがとうございます。確かに、も2つ、とあんがありますね。それで、今、ペドロ先生が説明してくれたのは、は、コンソナント、子音ですね。like K とか P とか、につくもので、あんは母音ですね。バウェルの前につくけど、ネイティブも時々間違えるんですね。アポとか、言ってしまう、言っちゃう。そう、面白いですね。Like adults, like not only kids, but also, adults, like native speakers also make mistakes sometimes. They say
Sometimes.
apple. うん。
Yeah.
うん。
And yeah, I think part of it could just be talking too fast, or you're trying to convey your ideas too quickly. Another part of it too is just could be like regional differences. Maybe in the South, we make these mistakes, or maybe in the Northeast or in the Midwest, it's just a dialect or manner of speech sometimes. But yeah, it's you know these articles are extremely important. And, it's okay. There's no big worries if you make a mistake. If you say, I'd like a apple, please, everybody's gonna know what you mean. You know what I
うん、
mean? So, you know, don't beat yourself too much over it.
あ
Uh,
ー、はい、そうで
it
す
just
ね。
takes practice.
うん。
Yeah.
So even if when we make mistakes, like uh, for example, I went to restaurant, like
Yeah.
I didn't add a or the, like I went to restaurant. 大丈夫. Like it sounds weird a little maybe, but it's kind of okay.
Yeah. I mean, I went to a restaurant or I went to a restaurant. Um,
I went to restaurant.
yeah, I went to a restaurant. It sounds a little bit weird, yeah.
うん、
Um, but again, it's expected that English learners will make mistakes. The same way for us Japanese learners, we make mistakes.
うん、
We always confuse, the particles ni and de,
right.
or e, so it just happens. But I think, as long as you convey what you mean, that's the most important part.
う
You know,
ん、
I went to a restaurant and had a good meal. I went to a restaurant and had a good meal. I mean,
うん、
that one little letter A, it's not going to break the whole thing.
うん、
It'll just sound a little rough, but you know, it's not a big deal.
うん、
It just with practice and with talking to native speakers and listening more, that's how we obtain this.
うん、
We learn these patterns, and I think it cements it perfectly in our mind that way.
うん、そうですね。そう、ちょっとこう、あとかをはとかざを忘れてしまうこともあるけど、まあそれはこう英語学習者にとってよくあることなので、まあネイティブの方も意味は分かってくれたりとか、別にそれがすごくダメっていう感じではないけど、たくさんリスニングをして、それでネイティブスピーカーがどういうふうに話すかっていうのをたくさん吸収していくっていうのが大切ですね。And、これもちょっと気になるんですけど、えーっと、そうそう、あとザを、どう違うかを聞きたいんですね。Let's ask. For example, I went to a restaurant. I went to the restaurant. これはどう違いますか？
So the A is indefinite article, which is for general non-specific things, singular. The is a definite article, more specific, known, and it can be used for singular or plural things. For example, going with the restaurant example, if I said, "Hey, Hinano, the other day I went to the restaurant that we both like and I had lunch there." It's a very I'm mentioning a specific restaurant that we both know about. We both have previous knowledge about. So we have to use the in this case because it's a specific restaurant. If I just said, "Hey, Hinano, I had lunch at a restaurant the other day," that means that the restaurant, maybe it's a new restaurant that I went to that I hadn't known before. Maybe you don't know about it neither. It's just not a restaurant we both know about. So it's non-specific. Um, so that's one of the key things to remember with this is A is for non-specific nouns. The is for something specific. The cat, the dog. Which one? That one. The one we both know about.
うん、
If I say there's a dog, a cat, it's just we haven't seen it before. It's unknown. Maybe it's a stray dog or a stray cat.
ありがとうございます。すごくいい
Oh yeah.
説明をしてくれました。はい、あは何か特定のものではない。で、ザは特定のものっていうことなんですけど、特にレストランの 例がすごい分かりやすかったんですけど、I went to a restaurant の方は、2人ともが今まで話したことない知らないレストランについてで、ペドロ先生が例えばレストランに行って、私はそのレストランについては知らなかった初の情報っていう感じですね。でも I went to the restaurant の the がついた時は、お互い今まで喋ったことがあって、あのレストランねって2人でこう認識している特定のレストランのことですね。なのであとザはここでこうちょっと間違えると少し意味が違う、その聞き手がどのレストランってなるのがちょっと変わってくるかなっていうところですね。はい、あとザの感覚についてちょっと聞いてみて、とてもネイティブからの意見を聞けるというのはすごい貴重だなと思うので嬉しかったです。ありがとうございます。じゃあ
Oh
2
yeah.
番目いきたいんですけど、これも面白い質問です。まず日本語で読みます。アニメの英語はネイティブでも聞き取りにくいかということですね。So let me ask this in English. Is anime hard for native speakers to understand too? It feels like there's a lot of slang and very fast speech. Is it the same for you? どうでしょうか？
So in English, you mean in English, right? Anime in English?
そうです。アニメ in English.
Um, it isn't difficult to understand, but they do use exaggerated language. I think both in Japanese and in English, it's kind of exaggerated. Um, kind of like if you're watching like maybe like an action anime, right? I think kind of like oh, what would they say in Japanese? Something like teme yara, when they're about to fight or something. And in English, they would say something like, you bastard, I will defeat you with all my power, my might, and it's very, but nobody talks like that. You know what I mean? And so, um, yeah, it's exaggerated language, the same way you'd see like in a theater play, um, or in a movie. So it's not difficult to understand, but we see the difference between, exaggerated speech and just everyday normal speech, right? The difference between, you know, you villain, I will defeat you versus, hey, I'm gonna beat you up, which is, you know what I mean? It's more, so we see the same in English dubs of anime.
面白い。ありがとうございます。そうですね。今ペドロ先生がいい例を言ってくれたんですけど、ネイティブスピーカーにとってアニメを聞き取ることは難しくない。でもアニメによっては、例えばアクションのアニメとかこう戦い系のアニメだと結構こう普段使わないような言葉でいっぱい話しますよね。なのでそれの違いを認識しているよっていう感じですね。日本のアニメもそうですよね、ペドロ先生。結構なんか侍のアニメとか、なんか忍者のアニメとか、なんかそういうアニメとか、例えばドクターが出てくるとか、その時はthey use specific language so we don't use.
Yeah, like that's a really good point. So, like if you're watching uh like you said an anime set in Edo Jidai, right? The Edo period, you'll see Sarabae, Katajike nai, Wagahai, Oira, Onushi, Sessha. But in English, the only equivalent, so when we watch like samurai anime, there really isn't an equivalent for that. We use just modern English.
うん
Um, only if it's like an anime that's set like in the medieval age, the medieval times in Europe, or the Enlightenment era, right? Like the 1600s, 1700s in Europe. Maybe we'll use maybe more like Shakespeare, like what is called like King James English,
うん。
right? Like from the King James Bible from 1611, right? Like, wilt thou, uh, thou hast this, or verily I say unto thee, this kind of like older English,
う
you'll hear it,
ん。
but no, we watch like samurai anime or ninja anime. We won't hear that because it would be a little bit weird to have a samurai saying, "I will defeat thee. I will smite thee."
う
That
ん。
it would just we associate that more with Shakespearean or King James Bible English,
うん。
more so than anime like samurai or ninja.
ああ、なるほど、なるほど。そうなんですね。ペドロ先生もそういう、あの、たくさん日本語を知ってるんですけど、侍のアニメとかドラマとかはたくさん日本語のものも見ますか？
So I will say this: there are times in anime when in the English dub, they'll just use Japanese
うん。
words. Like I think what was that one? Naruto, right? The
うん。
ninja one. There's a lot of phrases. Oh God, I saw it a long time ago, but something like Rengan. In the English dub, they'll just say like if they do like a special move,
うん。
they'll just say it like in Japanese, like what is it? Shuringan, Rengan,
ああ、
something.
I see, I see. So,
So some stuff they don't
あ
translate.
not translated, but they use directly like Japanese words.
Yeah,
うんうんう
exactly.
ん。I haven't watched Naruto actually, but I know
Yeah.
what you mean. うん。
Yeah, it was such a, and even in some video games, like the example that comes to my mind immediately is Street Fighter.
うん。
Like everybody knows Ryu or Ken, right? They do Shoryuken, that special move. I mean, that's just what they say, Shoryuken and was it Tatsumaki Senpaku
うん。
something? I think tornado kick, I think it was. Uh, so yeah, those words they just instead of saying "Hey, tornado kick," when they do the move, they just say "Tatsumaki Senpaku," and so some stuff is just not translated.
うん。ああ、なるほど。ありがとうございます。確かに日本からアメリカに輸入される、アニメとかはそのまま日本語が使われるっていう感じですね。なので翻訳されずにっていうそのまま使われると思います。で、英語のアニメ、例えばシンプソンズとか、like、パワーパフガールズとか何かいろいろアニメありますね。そういうのは、ネイティブスピーカーはしっかり聞き取れてっていう感じですよね。でも分かります。この質問をした人は多分アニメしてくれた方はアニメで英語をたくさん勉強しようと思ってるけどすごい早いんだと思うんですね。で例えばネイティブの先生と一緒に話すときはちょっとゆっくり話してくれたりとかあると思うんですけど、アニメだともうやっぱり早くてついていけない、聞き取れないっていうことがあると思うんですけど、ちょっとコツとかないですかね、リスニングの。聞いてみましょうか。So, Pedro san, like, do you have some tips for us, like, to listen to, anime language, like, not really specific anime like action or anything, but, for English learners, like, they sometimes struggle listening to fast English, like Powerpuff Girls, Simpsons. So, if there's a tip, then can you introduce us? Can you tell us?
Yeah, I think I would say the same thing for um, English learners that they say for us Japanese learners is that start out with kids shows. Um, so for example, if you're learning Japanese, a lot of people recommend Chibi Maruko-chan or
Mm.
Doraemon because again, the target audience is, 5-year-olds, 4-year-olds that are just learning. And so the way they speak is easier to understand
うん。
and not so sophisticated words, right? Um, so I would say the same thing too for English learners. I know it could seem a little bit weird. Maybe it's like I don't really want to watch a kids show, but at least just to kind of level up your listening skills in the beginning, shows like Dora the Explorer, Peppa Pig,
うん。
anything, elementary school kid kind of centric or geared towards them, would be my recommendation to begin with. Once you kind of get the hang of that, then you could start implementing other shows, like you said, the Powerpuff Girls or The Simpsons,
う
Dexter's
ん。
Laboratory, uh, a whole lot of other ones. But that's my recommendation. Start out with kids shows.
うん、ありがとうございます。やっぱりリスニングのためにってなると、いきなりちょっとハイレベルなアニメとかを見るよりは、こう日本でいうちびまる子ちゃんとかドラえもんとか、こう最初もうちょっと低いレベルの感じからいくといいかなっていうコツですね。リスニングのコツかなと思います。ありがとうございます。いいで
And
すね。
actually,
うん、
I'm so sorry. Can I just add a little bit, one
はい、
more thing
お
to
願い
that?
します。
I think too, what could serve really well is if it's a little bit too not too easy to watch kids shows, I would say try watching nature documentaries.
うーん、
Um, because I know a lot, and some of the documentaries I've seen, the speaker usually they tend to talk in a soft voice,
はい。
in a slow way, and that watching a documentary about penguins or something or nature might be a little bit more interesting for
うーん、
adults,
うん、
and
うん。
and that's a good way to kind of level up your listening skills too.
ああ、ありがとうございます。すごいこれもいい方法ですね。大人の方で、こんなすごい子供向けのアニメを見れないよっていう方もいるかもしれない。そういう方には、自然ドキュメンタリーみたいなのがおすすめですっていうふうにペドロ先生が言ってくれてます。これはちょっとゆっくり、普通のこうドラマとかアニメとかよりもゆっくりな話し方になるので、それでちょっと聞き取りやすいかなっていうことですね。大人の方も楽しめて、さらにリスニングのアップにもなるかなっていうことでおすすめしてくれました。ありがとうございます。はい。
My pleasure.
そうしたら最後のクエスチョンいきたいと思います。これは You got it, You got it, You got it と I got it, I got it の違いについて、聞いて質問があります。こちらですね。What's the difference between you got it and I got it? They sound similar, but I feel like the meaning depends on the situation. So how do you normally use each one? When do you use them? ですね。これどうですか？
Yeah, another good question. So you got it versus I got it. So you got it really is a response to requests. Think of it as like it's interchangeable with like no problem, I'm on it, consider it done, right? Like if Hinano-san, if you tell me, hey Pedro, could you do me a favor? Could you pick up uh can you pick up some lunch on your way back? Oh, okay, no problem, you got it.
うー
You
ん。
know, it's like maybe in Japanese you could say ryokai or wakarimashita or
はい。
uh
おー。
so it's just a response to a request. Now, I got it can have multiple meanings. It's like, for example, like I understand when you obtain something, when you learn something, uh even like when as it pertains to sports, like catching a ball, like when you're watching baseball, right? And then everybody's going to catch the ball and you say, no, 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 it's okay, I got it,
うん
like
うん。
I'll catch it.
うん。
uh I got it too, like, so for example, I understand is um if you explain something to me, right? Or you say you give me instructions, like, hey, this is how you get to the restaurant to pick up lunch.
うん
You take this street, you exit this station, da da da. You go, okay, I got it.
はい。
And then
うん。
so in that way, obtaining something, right? Like, hey, I got lunch. I got it. You
うん。
know. Uh,
う
another thing
ん。
too, something we covered a while back is uh paying for lunch, right? Don't worry, I got this. I got it.
うん。
Like I'll pay for it. Haraimasu.
う
Uh,
ん。
um, learning something, right?
うん。
You're teaching me how to do something. Like let's say you're teaching me how to do a yokogeri, right? Side kick.
はい。
Just and then when
う
I
ん。
finally learn it, I'm like, oh, okay, I got it now. Thanks. I got it. Like
う
I
ん。
learned it.
う
So
ん。
I got it it's a very versatile
うん。
it has very versatile meanings.
うん。
You got it is a little bit more straightforward in agreeing to do a request,
う
right?
ん。
So
面
it's
白
a little bit different.
ありがとうございます。結構違いましたね。It sounds really different. Like, you got it. はい。You got it は、誰かがあなたにこうお願いをして、それに対して了解というふうに言う時の You got it なんですね。そう。なので、ペドロ先生が、例を言ってくれたのは、私がペドロ先生に帰り道に何かお弁当を買ってきてと私がリクエストして、それをペドロ先生が分かったよ了解っていう時に You got it と言います。はい。なのでこう誰かからお願いされた時にこう了解という感じですね。で I got it は逆に例えばそのお弁当屋さんへの行き方を私が伝えた時、例えばお弁当屋さんは例えば何時からオープンしますとか、その駅の出口はここですよとか、こう何か教えた時に対して分かったよっていう時はペドロ先生が I got it と言えるっていうことですね。なのでこう例えば身についたというか何か説明をしてそれに対して了解分かりましたっていう時が I got it だなと思いました。あとは他にペドロ先生が言ってくれたのはWhat was the example of I got it? なんだっけCan you explain one
So
more time? A little bit. Sorry.
yeah, so yeah, I got it could be when I finally learned something,
Yes.
or when you explain something to me.
うん。
All right, I got it.
うん。
Wakatta. Or maybe I got it when I finally learned something. Maybe could you say like yatta? Like
う
I
ん。
did it. I
うん。
finally got it.
うん。
Also too, when you're catching a ball, sometimes you'll
キャッチ
hear
ザボ
that
ール。はい。
like, don't worry, I got it, I got it.
うん。うん。
Like in Yakyu or
うん。
any other sport.
うん。じゃあ、あとは obtaining something 言ってましたね。
Exactly.
うんうん。わかりました。このちょっとit's kind of minor question maybe, but
Mm.
like when you catch a ball, for example, then like I got it. It's like this person is gonna catch that, but not catch. The person hasn't catched yet.
It's both. It's both.
うん。
Sorry, I should clarify. One, I'm saying I'm going to catch it. Like,
うん。
don't worry about it. I got it. And then, when I catch it, I could say, boom, hey, I got it.
に
So it could
two
be
ways.
both.
うん。
And also, I might add too, for you got it, it can also be used as like an encouragement phrase.
うん。
Think primarily of you got it as a response to a request, but a second meaning is an encouragement phrase,
う
right? Like
ん。
Hinano-san, I know you're nervous about the test you're gonna take, but don't worry, you got it.
う
Or
ん。
more specifically, we would swap out it with this. You got this.
よかです。
You can do it.
面白い。これ、actually、まず説明しますね。I got it の方は、 ボールをキャッチするときに、ボールキャッチする前に取るよ僕が取るよっていう時も I got it で、取った後も I got it は大丈夫だから、どっちも I got it なんですね。そして You got it の方はペドロ先生が最初に言ってくれた例で、了解の方もあるし、例えば誰かに対してこう励ましというか頑張ってねって言いたい時にも You got it とか You got it って、できるよ、あなたならできるみたいな You can do it の代わりみたいな形で使われるんですね。これ面白いのがどっちも got なんですね。パステンス使うんですね。
Can I add too? There's a slight variation of you got it and I got it. Sometimes you'll hear it said I got ya or
I got ya.
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, just for I got it. Sorry, not you wouldn't say you got ya. That doesn't make sense. Sorry. It's I got it. It's I got ya. So I got and then YA. I got ya. Or sometimes it'll be CHA. I gotcha. Like, wakatta. I gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. I gotcha. So you'll hear that sometimes too. Instead of saying I got it, you'll hear I got ya. I gotcha.
そのやは YA はnot short version of you, but
It is
I
yeah.
got you の YOU が it became YA. I got ya.
YA exactly.
じゃあ今 You got it, I got it, I got you もあるんですね。
Yeah, exactly.
I got you も同じ意味ですか？ I got you の意味は
Onajimi, like for example, if we're talking about paying a bill at the restaurant, I can say, "Hey, don't worry about it. I got you. I'll pay for you." But if I say, "Hey, don't worry about it. I got it." Same meaning. Onajimi. I'll pay for it. Yeah. If you say I got it now, thank you, like when you're explaining something, when I understand it, you can say, oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, that makes sense. I understand now. So you can change it that one too. I got it with I got you. So yeah, it's pretty much interchangeable for most of it.
ありがとうございます。じゃあ
Yeah, even obtaining something. Hey, I got you one of those cookies you really liked. Instead of saying I got you or I got one of those cookies, I got you. And maybe that's more of a southern dialect thing using ya, but that is one that the learners will hear in their English learning journey. Yeah, I got ya.
すごいネイティブから聞けるこの情報はいいですね。この I got you の代わりに I got ya, I got ya とか I got you とか I got ya か I got ya になる。で、この I got it, I got you どっちも大体同じようなシチュエーションで使われますということで、例えばレストランで今日は僕がおごるよっていう時にあなたにおごりますで I got it と I got you どっちも使えたりとかっていうことですね。なるほど、すごいいい質問があったのですごく深く話せたんですけど、もっとこう質問がある方はまたこのネイティブに聞いてみましょうの回をどんどんやっていくので、また皆さんよかったらご参加ください。すごく楽しかったです。ありがとうございました、ペドロ先生。
My pleasure, my pleasure. 楽しかった。These are good questions and these are good tips for our learners to learn from, to study from.
はい、ありがとうございました。じゃあまた英語学習どんどん皆さんも頑張っていきましょう。お疲れ様でした。
お疲れ様でした。皆さん頑張って。